Imagine you're starting your web development journey and you hear about this magical framework called Next.js. Everyone's talking about how fast and powerful it is, but where do you even start? Maybe you've tried setting up projects before and ended up drowning in errors, or you just want a smooth, hassle-free way to build your next web app. Well, in this video, I've got you covered. Next.js isn't just another JavaScript framework, it's a game changer. It gives you blazing fast performance, server-side rendering, and SEO benefits right out of the box. No more struggling with complex configurations. Next.js simplifies your life as a developer. Whether you're building a personal portfolio, a startup website, or the next big SaaS app, mastering Next.js is a skill that can take your web development game to the next level. And the best part, it's super easy to set up. So let's jump right in and get your first Next.js project running in just a few minutes. All right, let's get started. First, make sure you have Node.js installed because Next.js runs on it. If you don't have it yet, head over to nodejs.org and download the latest LTS version. You'll also need a package manager like npm or yarn, which comes with Node.js by default.
Now let's create our Next.js project. First of all, go to a folder or create one, and in that one open the command prompt. Now type the command npx runs the latest package without installing it globally. This create next app at the latest, downloads and setups the Next.js starter template, and this is the name of the project what you are gonna create now. You can change this to anything you want. Now press enter. So it's gonna ask some things. Just press Y, OK to proceed. It's gonna install the package. Afterwards, it's gonna ask you, do you like to use TypeScript? If you are using TypeScript, yes. No means no. I'm gonna go with TypeScript. Yes, lint yes. Type CSS. I don't need the src directory. App router is recommended. Turbo, yes. See, no complex configuration, no manual setup. It just works. So that now the installation is done. Navigate to the project name whatever I give. In my case, that's my next app. And open any code editor which I'm gonna open it with VS Code. Starting the development server, just let me log it. Just go for terminal and type npm run dev. This command is gonna start the Next.js deployment server, and it will run on localhost 3000 by default. After it, just click on this localhost 3000 and it's gonna navigate to the page. Just like that, we have a fully functional Next.js app running, and you will see the default Next.js welcome page. Now let's quickly go over the key files and folders in our Next.js project. First is app folder. Here everything will be consisting like global.css for CSS, and fav icon is the icon which will be displayed in here. If you change the icon here, it's gonna change your tab icon. And layout is the consist of and layout consists of all the what you say fonts, metadata, everything will be consisting here only. Like if you see here, create next tab. If I change here to something like my next app and save it, see it's gonna change my name here, all the metadata and everything. This description is for SEO. So just the gist of it. And page.tsx, it consists of, it's like a routes. We need to create any routes and everything. If I clear here, this is the main page, landing page, and let me type and simple div and type hi, and I'm gonna clear the global.css. Keep this one and remove everything else. This is the basic layout. This is for tailwind. Next is the public folder. This stores static assets like images, icons, or fav icons, whatever you need. And next is the next.config.js configure files for advanced setting. So far, so good. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Now let's make a quick change to our home page. That is the page.tsx inside the app. If you're using JavaScript, it will be page.jsx. Now I'm gonna redesign it. Let me clear this image. I will just style some CSS in here, and if I save and go back, see, this is the welcome to my next app. Now routing, how you do routing in here is just in the app folder, create a folder, whichever it may be, like I will create a about folder, and inside this about folder I'm gonna create a page.tsx. The name should be same, page.tsx. If you're JavaScript, JSX, like that only. Don't change the name, but according to your route, you can change it here. Like if I go for RAFC. Now how to do this means I have installed a snippet called C ES7 React Redux snippet. You can if you install it, it's gonna give the boilerplate. Like if I type RAFCE, it's gonna give me this one, and I'm gonna change it to about. That's it. Now if I go for the URL and type about here, see about page is okay. Now linking between these pages is done using a tag called link tag. A link from next link. You have to import it from the next link and slash about whatever the page name you want to go, and if you save it, go back, see about there. If you click, it's going to go. This is the link. In Next.js, we can do the dynamic segments by creating a folder. Like if you go for the blog, and inside this one I'm gonna create another folder with a square bracket. I will give it as ID, and inside this ID, sorry, it's a folder, not a file. ID, and for this ID I'm gonna create a page.tsx, and I'm gonna do RAFC. I'm giving a blog ID, sorry, ID. If I save it and see, if I go for blog, see it gives page not found. But if I go blog slash any number or something, if I type, like if I type 1, let's go for the that one. To take this ID and show it here, we are going to use the use param from next navigation. To do that, I'm going to const ID is equals to use params from next navigation of, and I'm gonna define that ID here. Now if I go, since this is a client side, because I'm using use params, I have to declare it as a client. To do that, just type use client. If you're gonna use hooks like use effect, use state and all, you have to declare it as a client side by typing use client. Then only it's gonna work. See, it's now working correctly. Now if I change here the URL to 2, it's gonna change the blog ID to. This is how you are going to do the dynamic segments or dynamic routing in Next.js.
At this point, you've successfully installed and started your first Next.js project, but this is just the beginning. Next, JS has tons of features like API routes, dynamic routing, and server-side rendering that we'll explore in future videos. Before we move on, let me ask you, what are you planning to build with Next.js? A personal blog, a portfolio, a full stack app? Let me know in the comments. If this tutorial helped you, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more developer content, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I reply to everyone. Alright, that's it for today. Keep coding, keep building, and I'll see you in the next video.